Do you love watching city rallies? Do you want to see Attila Takeda, XYC, Nebu YSG, Tryon Mehmed, Guan, Leo, all of them in action in the same video?
Well, you came to the right place because today we are going to show you exactly that. Hi everyone,
Ladus here.
and M. So, Ladus, what are we watching today?
So today we are watching city rallies. So all of this took place last night, 3 a.m. our time. So M was sleeping. So we are just going through the footage that we saved from last night. So first up, we have a city at 120 million power, 21 million power, and we are trying to launch 4 rallies on the city at the same time. So the first rally, as you can see, hit. That's my one, Attila Takeda. Second one coming in, we got XYC, and then there should be 2 more coming in. Yep, so we got another XYC coming in, I think. Yep, that's right. And then finally the last Attila Takeda hit. So we got 4 rallies hitting the city at the same time. 120 million power against 4 rallies. That's nothing. It's gonna go down pretty fast.
Oh my god, that is so fascinating.
Yeah, especially how all of the rallies was coordinated at the same time. And if you notice on the side, we were actually buffing the rallies with Tryon and Joan as well. Now let's have a look at the power loss. Oh, this hasn't been updated yet. It takes a little bit of time before it actually shows how much power the player lost. I'm just trying constantly clicking on the city to see how much dead troops that he got from the 4 rallies. So throughout this video, we will try to look at all the reports that come in. So we have the rally leaders sending me the report. So as you can see, we got electors rally XYC, and you got the troop buffs there. You can see the dead troops power loss. Amazing rally. Next up, we got another XYC. So 50 million dead versus 350, I think it was. Yeah. And then we are waiting for the third rally report, which is 57 versus 221 million. That's Attila Takeda. And finally, we are looking at our rally. So 263 dead versus 1 million. I mean, 1 million, yeah. And these are the troop buffs. Yeah, so we were the tanking rally, and that's why our numbers are a little bit better. Attila Takeda is always better to be the tanking rally.
Yes, it is always.
So in terms of the person that we're rallying, the reason why we're rallying them is because they didn't contribute at all in KvK 3, which was our last one, and very low contribution in KvK 2 as well. So this is I guess the punishment. So they had an option to migrate out, they had an option to lower power, they chose to do nothing, and we just have to lower power to make sure that we have a decent matchmaking. So this is called getting rid of dead weight. Most of the active KDs actually go through this process. If you are high powered, then you have to contribute. If you're looking at playing more casually, then you probably should remain as a T4 rather than a T5 over 50 million. So now we can see the deads being updated. That's a lot of dead. I think we added 4 million maybe to his number of dead troops. Now second batch of rallies coming in. So we got XYC, we got Kingskill going in, we got Attila Takeda, we got a third Attila Takeda. I don't think we are having the fourth one at the moment. I think the fourth one kind of comes in after we have defeated the city one more time. Where's the fourth one? And you got random people swarming, which they really shouldn't be doing. You need the city power to go down below 60, I would say, at least, before you should start swarming. And remember, this is not in Lost Kingdom, this is in the normal kingdom. So city rallying in normal kingdom is obviously a little harder than Lost Kingdom because less buffs. So electors rally again, and that's the report. So we are looking at Cerberus's report, which is the second rally coming in soon. I mean, sorry, the fourth rally just came in, which is Attila Takeda,
Yeah.
and we're launching another one ourselves. We're doing 80 again. Now, speaking of the rally reports, I know that it's hard to see all the reports when we are playing them in 2x speed, but then towards the end of the video, I'll go through my reports at least separately again.
Okay.
So we got another Attila Takeda rally hitting. I think the city health is quite low at this stage. So last night, 3 a.m., if you're awake, how would you participate in this action?
So I would use one of my marches to join your rally, and I would have the rest of my 4 marches next to it. So when the rally health goes down, I would take that troop out and then put one of my other full health troops in the rally so that I can always participate.
That is very good. So that way you keep the rally health up. Now, if you want to be more of a pro on this, so rather than a full march, you can actually use 100,000 marches. So that way the rally health never goes down too low. Now, at this stage, we are looking at our second target, so which is a 74 million city. So I think we need one more set of rallies for the 120 million city to be fully zeroed, and then we can move on. Now, just reminding everyone again, so this is in home kingdom. So rather than focusing on all health, we are actually focusing more on attack, because the rallies are going to be reinforced. When the rallies are fully reinforced, you actually get better results out of rallies if you use full attack. So we have a 10% attack boost. We did pick up a health rune because we didn't have an attack rune. Now, this Attila Takeda solo is taking down the city because now the power of the city is very low.
Yeah.
And then you can kind of see the second rally coming in. And then the second rally can't hit yet. So does the third, because so many people are hitting the city at the same time. So finally we connect. So this is the end of the city pretty much, I think. So at this stage we are just looking through the reports. 8 million versus 8,000 versus 121,000. 78 versus 633,000. And all the reports at this stage are gonna look pretty good, obviously, because the hospital is full. So you have plenty of people swarming. This is a good time to swarm it down. I think I should at this stage have been sending some marches to swarm the city, get some resources. Yeah, that there I am. So I'm just randomly clicking whatever, not really selecting marches. um i I don't think we got much resource out of this because I was a bit too late in joining. um but then, you know what, as far as the player goes, as much as he got zeroed, he probably deserved it. And since he's not fighting in KvK, then why does he need the troops? He had horrible looking stats, and now based on all the rallies and getting zeroed, he should have really good stats. I'm just saving the reports. Now we are getting ready to launch the rallies on the second city, I think, and I'm changing my commander presets, and looks like we're going Tryon and Mehmed. That's actually my favorite combo for doing rallies because you can use mixed troops. So we're just changing the marker to say any troops. We actually had a marker there saying don't scout, but then there are some people that just doesn't follow and they scout. The problem with scouting is then the player that you're rallying gets a notification. So we are going with mixed troops, obviously, with Tryon and Mehmed. So we put a lot of siege in there. We're changing our city skin as well. We are putting Twilight Falls because of the skill damage. We don't need the cav defense anymore. So first rally hit, that's Selector XYZ, and then my Tryon Mehmet gets in. Mehmet is amazing for doing city rallies, and so is Tryon. And then we got Cerberus, and the fourth rally is coming in.
Yeah, that looks so amazing. They're all hitting it all at once.
Yeah.
Oh, and I just wanted to add something. As Ladus previously mentioned that Mehmed is really good for city rallies. We also mentioned that in some of our other videos. After you watch this video, feel free to check them out. And obviously, like and subscribe,
Yep. So the video I'm talking about is where we went through all our commanders and ranked them based on number of kills they gave us.
And we try to guess each other's kills.
Yeah, that was a fun game. So we are changing. I think I'm switching into a Nebu YSG. Oh, that's a beautiful rally. We're looking at Electo's rally report. So we are switching into a Nebu YSG, I think. Yep. So that's my Trine Mehmet report. 61 versus 560,000 deads. That's very, very nice. 11 versus 180,000. That's very nice as well. Now we are waiting for one more. Yeah, 36,000 versus 300,000. That's again very nice. Every single report looks pretty nice because we're quadrilling single cities. So obviously reports are nice. So I think I had to cancel my rally and redo it. I don't remember why. Maybe I wasn't meant to hit first. This is at 3 a.m. guys. I'm hardly awake. I was sleeping, got the messages on Discord. I'm actually surprised that with that short notice, how we managed to organize and coordinate these things so well. You know who did that, Em? Cerberus.
Oh.
So he organized everything. Looks like I got I had some siege in my rally because I didn't change my marker, so I just deleted the siege and the rallies are on their way. So we got Attila Takeda hitting first, and then we got XYC, and then we got Nebu and YSG.
But isn't siege supposed to be good to rally cities?
Well, yes, if it's a low power city, then all you need is siege, and when you're doing a second or third rally, and you can use siege as well. But then we were doing an archer rally, and with archer, infantry, or cav specific rallies, you don't want any other troop type there. And this is why I like Trine and Mehmet for city rallies. Previously I used to use Mehmet and Freddy for city rallies because people can just throw in whatever they don't like. So a lot of swarming going on the city now. It's down to 51 million, so I can't imagine that having any more troops left this time around. I'm not even trying to swarm. Oh, beautiful report. 62 versus almost a million. And then Cerberus 72 565 million.
That's amazing,
thousand.
isn't
Yeah, it
it?
is. Electos rally 33 versus 570. Oh my god, these guys got a lot of kills tonight. Mine pretty good as well. 38 versus 450, I think it was, for archers. Yep, so that city is pretty much toast. Now, I think after that, we are supposed to have one more. Actually, it was planned to have two more. I think that's what I heard on Discord. But then I think we managed to find just one more. So I'm actually surprised. How come this city is going down? It still has troops by now, 48,000, 49. It should be all gone. So this guy now, if he tries to go to a new KD, he will look pretty good because he has a lot of deads and he has a lot of kills.
Yeah.
So I'm just favoriting my reports and looking at the buffs. Again, don't worry about the reports. Towards the end of the video, we'll show you the reports again. That's the Trine Mehmet one.
Yeah.
And then we have Attila Takeda, troop buffs. Yeah. And then Attila Takeda, a couple of other reports. So I think I'm just waiting in between organizing the next target. So far, oh, okay, we're there already. So I think I missed few minutes of footage. So this is the third city we are hitting. I'm not actually doing a rally myself. So Electro is doing from our alliance, and this is in a zone where we could only send 3 alliances. That's why we don't have the fourth one, something along those lines. The last alliance didn't have access, and it was too much effort to organize a fourth rally, and we kind of didn't need to. It's only, I think it was 80 something million power to start off with. So this time around he actually got a Saladin, and this time around I think we had more people, so we're still doing the buffs on the side. To make sure the rallies hit at the same time, we are obviously using anchors. So anchor is where you join a rally from far away and then you release that troop that joined from far away when you want your rally to launch. And obviously you need to be on Discord so to time it all perfectly. So we're looking at Dato's report 200 versus 400 something. I think he was the tanking one. We are going to look at Cerberus's report 92 versus 339. Amazing. And then I think one more from Elector. Yep. So 87 versus 487. That's some really nice trades.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to rally because I got disconnected, I think. So I think now I managed to launch the rally. It's Guan and Leo that we're using. And you'll see that we have a lot of little one troop marches around the city. Do you know why we have that, Em?
No.
Probably not. I'll tell you why. Because the city has a YSG as a secondary, and YSG has a circular area of damage where it hits 5 targets, but every target it hits, the damage goes down by 15%. So if you have a one troop standing, one T1 march standing next to the city, then they soak up a lot of the damage, and that way the actual rallies gets a lot less damage. And it's all at the cost of just a one troop T1 march.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, again, Cerberus organized all of that. Now we have the 3 rallies hitting at the same time, and again you probably see the John buffing on the side. I think there should be a Tran buffing somewhere on the side as well. But then city rallies, as much as you talk about how to make it ideal, perfect, and generally speaking, you got a very short window of time when you have to do it, because the person you're trying to rally always bubbles up and everything.
Yeah,
Now,
and they get notifications.
They get notifications, yes. Now let's have a look at the reports. So Guan Leo 158 versus 724. Now remember, this was the tanking rally. So for a tanking rally, that's some really good stats. I mean, really good numbers. Trades, however you want to put it. Now one other thing to mention would be every city that we're rallying, I was holding king. That's why my stats look a little bit better than the others maybe. And then also the city that we're hitting, we put the slave, I think was the title, whichever one gives 5% less health. Now, in terms of my equipments, as soon as I got online, I did put on some good equipments. It may not have been the best that I could do, but again, 3 a.m., very short time. So yeah. So Data's report 47 versus 352. Yeah, that's some really good reports. And obviously we are showing off our new city skin that we got from Zenith M, because we are doing an infantry rally.
Yep.
So yeah. Now this is the other rally. I don't know when it hit, but it's again 5-1, maybe 6-1 trades. Actually 7-1 trades.
I want to mention about something this game. And we also did a video on when we actually, claim the city skin.
Oh yeah, of course. So please check out how we got our city skin, the long training video, and then in 1 hour we bumped up 45 million power, I guess. That was amazing.
Yeah.
So we are just looking through all the reports now. So in the background, you can probably see all the reports. I'm not showing the troop buffs again and again because we're using the same rally leaders. So it'll be pretty much the same buffs that you saw earlier in the screen. So this player still has 65 million power. So I think we should be doing one more rally. Are we? I think his deads are not updating straight away, so I'm anxiously just pressing just to make sure I capture it right. So this time around, I wanted to try Guan and Freddy, because Freddy is one of my favorites and for city rallies, and I didn't use him yet. So yep, there I go. So we're still doing infantry because the primary commander is infantry. And then I am just looking through my buffs for the infantry rally.
Yeah.
So at this stage, I think I think someone was telling me that the player has been notified by some of his friends that he's getting rallies, he's starting to get calls. So we're not trying to coordinate as much anymore. We're just trying to make sure the rallies are launched. I think I was looking through some of the chats to find out when or how he got notified, because he shouldn't really have been notified, because he's weighing down the kingdom and we don't want that out of players. So I'm just going through our rally leaders profiles whilst we're waiting. So 91 million power Cerberus, 4.8 billion kill points, 14 million dead troops. So undoubtedly he's one of the top players for this kingdom. And then we're looking at Electo, our other rally leader. Very impressive stats there as well. He's a cavalry guy, so XYC, I think he maxed as soon as they came out. And then we are looking at Dato. Apparently, Dato means big head. Very nice stats again. 1.8 million kills and then 10 million deads. And then I'm looking at myself. Obviously impressive stats. Not as good as Cerberus, I would say, but yeah, pretty good.
Yeah.
So these are the 4 rally leaders that were used in the rallies. So now we have the last batch of rallies going on to the city, and we hit with Guan and then the 2 other ATs. Again, we let the Guan hit first because we didn't. Oh, he bubbled.
No.
So we didn't get to do it. So all of us got some really angry messages from some of these players afterwards. But then, you know what? You had time to respond and agree to migrate out or lower your power. Looking at our rally setup now, your primary for rally should be charge captain. Your secondary should be knighthead. That way you get the most out of it. So I have been changing them throughout as I'm using different combos. So this is my Guan equipment. Very decent equipment, I would say. Attila, we're using the full set because normal kingdom better to go with attack, and Attila can use the counter attack bonus that the set gets. Nebu has a full set. Didn't get a chance to change one of the accessories. Try and again average decent set. Didn't get a chance to change all the equipment. So we had all 4 rally primaries set up initially and then didn't get a chance to change them. City skin wise, we're using Atlantis for infantry with 10% health when we're using Guan, and then when we're using Attila for Cav, we were using the 10% Cav, and then for every single other scenario we were using Twilight Falls. So that's pretty much the setup we had. Again, showing we're using attack, not defense, because it's in normal KD and fully reinforced rallies and everything. Now we are just going to go through our reports. Guanlio 200k power loss versus 2.5 M power loss. Guanlio again 1 versus 5.5 M power loss. Nebu YSG 200 versus 1.9. And then we got Tryon Mehmed 350 versus 2.6 M power loss. 44k versus 1.1 M for Attila Takeda. And then we have Attila Takeda 700k versus 5.5 M. And lastly, I think Attila Takeda 1.7 versus 13.4 M power loss. So all very amazing reports.
Yeah.
Was very, very exciting yesterday going through all of this. Next time I hope you can join us in this action. Yeah, you're looking forward to it? Yeah. So we're just looking at our troop buffs. Nothing special to mention there. You saw the equipment anyway, so you have a decent idea how the buffs would look like, but still just going through just in case if anyone's interested. So try and Mehmed again, unless you're in a high pressure situation where you are rallying an enemy alliance far away. Try and Mehmed, very good for city rallies, and you can use whichever troop you don't want rather than specific troops which you prefer for KvK fighting and so on. So that's where I would probably finish up for today, So
Bye from M. Wait, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification button so that you can see more action-packed videos like this, city rallies, awesome commanders, and equipment. Bye!